We know that infrastructure and sufficient e-security measures are crucial for colleges to get right. My colleague John Kelly will now discuss for you the various technical and organisational measures as well as specific safeguards that colleges should ensure are in place when using ICT.
Safeguarding, meeting your e-safety duties. Building e-safety into your infrastructure. For the purposes of safeguarding, security plays a very significant role. All colleges at this stage know the need to have technical security measures in place to protect the network and the stability of the services they deliver for staff and student users. There's a whole industry built around providing expertise in this area. Each college has responsibility for maintaining security, and this means maintaining what are often referred to as the three key aspects of information security. Firstly, availability, which means knowing that the information can always be accessed. We sometimes call this stability. Sometimes in the phrase, is the network stable? Secondly, integrity, which means knowing that the information is accurate and up to date and has not been deliberately or accidentally modified from a previously approved version. People often use the word reliable here, as in, is the information reliable? And thirdly, confidentiality, which usually means knowing that sensitive information can be accessed only by those authorized to do so. So it is necessary to have technical and organizational measures in place to be able to ensure this level of protection just for the IT infrastructure itself. This is a requirement of the data protection legislation and will be discussed a little bit later. In addition, it is necessary to look at the safety of individuals in terms of the IT safety infrastructure and see what role technology can play in making sure that the online environment is a safe place for users. There is much that can be done by a college itself to cultivate a safe working and learning environment in the virtual world and creating a culture of compliance and zero tolerance of bullying or intimidation. Colleges are required by law to treat people fairly and equally, including people of different races, people of different religious or belief, people with disabilities. Clearly, not losing personal information or allowing unauthorized access to personal information are basic security standards that need to be in place and continually monitored. Having appropriate initial and refresher training in place will go some way towards ensuring a culture of security and respect for the privacy of individuals. Many of the threats come via the technology, so those who are involved in setting up and maintaining the IT infrastructure are probably best suited and the best able to manage the system in ways which reduce the likelihood of a breach of confidentiality. They are also the people that are best able to establish what went wrong and decide how this can be avoided in the future. For example, filters that block content that is clearly illegal or offensive should be in place. These should be continually monitored and updated to ensure that they are effective. The college must not only engage in fair and lawful processing of personal information itself, but it has an obligation to ensure that staff and students treat others fairly, including that personal information. Regulating students outside their curricular activities is difficult. However, where there is a direct link with the learning environment and student, staff or others are subject to inappropriate and disparaging remarks, for example, then this is likely to be sufficient for the institution's discipline procedures to be triggered. Disciplining students for inappropriate online conduct is not really any different to disciplining them for inappropriate conduct in any other environment. Robust procedures to enable breaches of acceptable use policies to be pursued and investigated are essential, and it is a job of IT to be able to demonstrate that particular use can be traced to specific individuals. Information security